I had to do another video. I had some difficulty, but this is Henry back again. I just want to share some truths with you. There's certain things you do not have to accept today on this Truthful Tuesday. The truth is you was made in the image and likeness of God. I don't care if you feel out of place, if you feel indifferent, if you feel like a sore thumb. You have been molded by the perfect hand of God. You are wonderfully made. You are an apple of his eye. You are his peculiar treasure. You are significant. You are not an accident. So I want you to lift up your head today. Don't put your head down. Here's another truth. You don't have to live in shame. You don't have to live in shame today. Regrets about yesterday, things you done yesterday, things you done 5 years ago, and it puts you in a mindset of regrets. Okay, your regrets, let them become a lesson. Learn the lesson so you can become a teacher, because a teacher cannot teach unless they learn a lesson. Learn a lesson, and guess what? You still have opportunity to redeem the time. But first, you have to release yourself from the prison of shame and regret. So it's time to take it off. Change your garments. Realize that Christ has forgiven you, and you have to forgive yourself. That's just a truth. 1 John 1:9. If you confess your sins, he's faithful and just to forgive you and to cleanse you from all your unrighteousness. So let it go. Let it go. Today's a new day. I don't care how you feel about it. There's forgiveness today. There's peace today when we can let ourselves go from the shame of regret. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Yep. If you are still breathing, you have a purpose. Life is full of so much changes, but if you're still breathing, you have a purpose. Your purpose may not be how it was last year or when you was younger, or it may be a change of job. But if you're living, you have a purpose. So many people these days are just killing themselves, or they existing but they not living. Why? Because they feel like I don't live. I don't make the same amount of money I used to make. I don't have the same benefits I used to have. But there's still purpose for your life. I know a lot of people who experienced another chance. But guess what? It didn't come to them. They had to go to it. They had to get themselves up and saying, I'm going to take what I have left and I'm going to make the best out of it. It's in your hands to do that. Another thing, you don't have to be depressed today. The joy of the Lord is your strength. You don't have to be depressed. We don't have to be worried and burdened down and looking towards the negative. Fill your mind with things. Train your mind to think on those things that are good, acceptable, and pleasing to God and healthy for yourself. The way you think is the way you're going to that's the reality you and I are going to create. So let's take the opportunity to allow the truth to make us free. All right. So I want to thank you for listening. I pray this encouraged you. And on next Tuesday, I promise you I'm going to sing an introduction. Have a great day. Remember, it's the truth that makes us free.